And hello from all of us at Julian Campbell Foundation. And the purpose of this video are many purposes, but just to outline what we've been doing around youth mental health and how is it that our training of mood mentors, and we're doing this in quite a few countries in the world, how does this increase the emotional intelligence of our children and young people? And I used to be a school teacher. I used to be a science teacher, and I loved being a science teacher. I loved the explosions. I loved the dissections. It's the best job in the world. And when my brother died through suicide, I saw that you can have all of the education in the world. However, if you don't have your mental health, then it's going to be more of a struggle. And so I stopped working in schools. At that time, I was a consultant. So I'd go into challenge schools and turn them around. And then I started with the charity and looking at emotional intelligence. Why is it so important? I mean, research shows that the age that people have more emotional intelligence is 60 years old. Can you imagine that 60 years old is when you have the most intelligent or highest levels of emotional intelligence? And then from there, sometimes it starts going downhill with other illnesses such as dementia and things like that. However, the great news is that emotional intelligence can be transferred, it can be taught, it can be shown. And so instead of living in a world where we've got our IQ or our qualifications that are important, we now are looking at the emotional intelligence, because higher levels of emotional intelligence brings up the qualifications, brings up the grades, and young people that display higher amounts of emotional intelligence are more successful. They're more successful in their relationships, in their families, and their partnerships. They're more successful in their work, because they're the ones that get the more rapid promotions, as they not only know about themselves and their own moods and how to manage them, but also the impact on their moods on those people outside. And this is what our mood mentors do. So they're trained to help a young person to look at their well-being. So it's not an academic mentor, it's a well-being mentor. And a lot of our young people, they don't realize that moods can be changed and they can manage their moods. The mood doesn't manage them. And this is what our mood mentor does, shows our young people how to manage or measure their moods about 4 times a day. And then through that, they can tell, for example, if they're high energy, low mood a lot of the time, what kind of things and activities can they do to change their mood so they're on the bright side, so so their well-being is good, and they're feeling more pleasant, as well as higher amounts of energy. So how do we do that? So we train our mentors, and our mentors then support a young person. And what it looks like, the commitment is 1 hour a week for the following 12 weeks. It can be up to 12 weeks. Sometimes it's less, but 12 weeks is enough for a young person to learn how to manage themselves, to learn how to identify when they're low energy, low moods, and what kind of activities and things that they can put in place to be able to improve the level of their mood. So today we're talking about emotional intelligence. Why is it so important? And do you know anybody, a person that really wants to make a difference around young people? We have a lot of psychology undergraduates or graduates as well that need to work with young children, because the number of hours that they put in with a young person is really, really important to their professional development. So if you know anybody, please do send this video and ask them to contact us, because we have another training coming up soon. So how are things going? What I'm noticing is, for the children that we're supporting, and there's young children that we're supporting at the moment in Colombia and Florida, as well as the UK and France. And what I'm seeing is that the young people that they're in year 10 or year 11 now, so that means they're around 14 years old, that this is the year group that they started going to their secondary school in year 7, and then the lockdown came. So we're beginning to see the impact of all of that now in our young people, the levels of depression, the levels of anxiety, the high or increasing levels of school refusal, which we're going to speak about more in another time. But I just wanted to say as well that later on this month, we have my book, which is Runs in the Family. Runs in the Family is about how we came to start the charity, how we began to work with young children, and some examples and of the impact that we've made. And of course, like, nobody's names have been mentioned. So Runs in the Family has been now translated into 2 languages. So it's been translated into Spanish and French. So Spanish is de famille, is de familia, and in French is c'est de famille. So I'm pleased to say that we are releasing our Spanish version later on this month. I did say March the 24th, but it's actually March the 30th. So please do tell your friends, your Spanish-speaking friends, because we want to launch that in the countries that speak Spanish, because we've been looking after children in the Spanish-speaking countries for some time now, since the pandemic. So it'll be really great for us to share the book around. So the next time we speak, I'll be sharing the launch dates. So you'll be aware of that. So do you have any questions? Anything that you would like us to speak about? If you'd like to hear more from behind the scenes and a member of our team, then I'm happy to do that, or we will be happy to do that. So thank you for listening to this video. The purpose of this video really was to showcase some of the work that we're doing, the importance of emotional intelligence, the importance of showing young children the impact of emotional intelligence on their lives, and that they themselves can manage their mood and their well-being. And also to show that this is not just going on in one country, it's not in isolation. There's many countries in the world. And by training up mood mentors, we can really make a difference. So thank you for watching this video. We're wishing you a wonderful weekend from all of us at Julian Campbell Foundation. Have an amazing week, and I'll see you in the next video next Friday. Bye.